Well, howdy there, Internet people, it's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about the raid on Bolton. Okay, this morning, there were raids on former National Security Advisor John Bolton's home in Maryland and his office in D.C. The reporting says the raids were part of a, quote, national security investigation in search of classified records. We've talked to some people familiar with Bolton, who is generally viewed as an ideologue in pursuit of American dominance and national interests. Those we talked to were not particularly fond of Bolton, and the word evil came up more than once. But none of them doubted that he truly believed what he was doing was in service of what he viewed as the American way of life. They find it hard to believe that Bolton would have willfully retained classified documents. That being said, despite early suggestions on social media that this is politically motivated because Bolton is a massive critic of Trump's foreign policy, the searches on the surface seem to stem from a long-running probe dating back to the Biden era, related to the possibility of Bolton leaking classified information to the media. Most believe it's highly unlikely that Bolton actually handed off classified documents to the media. However, Bolton was said to have a memory like a steel trap. So some see it as plausible that he reviewed a document and then later talked to a reporter and wound up divulging something, intentionally or not, that maybe he shouldn't have. There were definitely questions about some of the material in one of his books. From a practical standpoint, if this is related to a Biden-era probe, it's incredibly unlikely that any documents would still be present, if they ever even existed. Trump consistently bashed Bolton in public and private, so it's going to be hard to shake the belief that this was politically motivated. That will probably remain part of the narrative. And sure, it could be. But the information currently available doesn't scream that this is necessarily a Trumpian revenge. Though it's the Trump era, so who knows, right? Now to the political side of things. If this is politically motivated, it's a horrible decision. It's an almost impossibility that anything Bolton could have done would rival Trump's document scandal. Pursuit of this would refocus attention on Trump's situation. They won't be able to get juicy sound bites because any quote about Bolton would immediately be compared to statements about Trump. Bolton is widely disliked by many in the foreign policy community, who have very much turned into the Godzilla meme, "Let them fight." But there is growing concern that because of security lapses related to classified information reaching to the highest levels of government, that there are going to be more and more lapses at lower levels. I held a clearance. The idea of having classified information in my home is just absolutely foreign to me. There are more and more situations where high-ranking officials seem to be disregarding basic rules. Eventually, the example set will filter down further and further. This is going to be an ongoing case, and it's highly likely that we get word from Bolton himself via a TV interview or statement soon. Those familiar seem to feel that a lot would become apparent by how Bolton responds to the news. If Bolton hits the interview circuit, it's more likely to be a nothing burger than if he just issues a statement. Get ready for this to become an ongoing fixture in news discussions. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.